that you can do in the things that are ahead of you. And in my teaching at Princeton and in the teaching I have done here, I have a list of great books which you should have read. You don't get to read many great books. Education goes whizzing by. And at the end of this list, which I like to give to my students and friends, I have these pieces of advice about education as a continuing process. And I'm just going to read one or two of these pointers for the great books that have so excited me, because every time somebody turns it on, I go and read a book. Read each day, even if only for a few minutes, 20 or 30 minutes. Decide what kind of books you like. I love history and biographies, and I'm constantly refreshed and reminded about the things that I care about in our tradition, in our past. We don't do enough in our university education, I think, to teach you about the intrinsic great stories and adventures of the history of our country and of other countries. And a final rule that I'll read, and then a piece of advice. A good rule is this, that if a book is more than 50 years old, and you've heard of the book or you've heard of the author, you should try it. This is my list. It's about 4 pages, and I have 3 books for you to read this summer on the beach. If it ever gets warm again, try one of these 3 books. Try James McPherson's great history of the Civil War called Battle Cry of Freedom. It is truly a masterpiece, readable like an adventure story. Try Taylor Branch's Pulitzer Prize-winning book, Parting of the Waters, about Martin Luther King and the civil rights struggle, that great peaceful struggle, one of the most profound things that's happened in my lifetime. Third, try a book that goes back to my comments about the history of that great instrument, the American Constitution. Try Catherine Drinker Bowen's wonderfully interesting, lively, almost novel-like treatment of the Constitutional Convention called Miracle at Philadelphia. Quoting from Washington, who wrote to Lafayette, and at the same time James Madison wrote to Thomas Jefferson, and both said this was a miracle. From May to September, in a hot room in Philadelphia in 1787, an instrument that still guides this country's political system was written by 55 men. And I want to quote a remarkable woman, something I picked up in one of these great books that I spent maybe more than a half an hour on. Once said to the novelist Edna Ferber, and I want to read her quote. She was a woman of great insight and many very sound ideas about life and how to live it. She said, "I never use up any energy in indecision or regret. If I make a speech," and this applies to me today, and I know it isn't very good, although I hope that's not my fate today, I get on the plane and I say, I'll do better next time. But I never have time for remorse or regret about decisions I have made. Look ahead. Don't defer your dreams. Take this great gift of freedom in this country that is a model for freedom today, the world over, as you enter upon a life in which for which we wish you great success, great happiness, and dreams not deferred.
Speech, well-known critic, Doug.
A few years ago, Alan Bloom wrote a controversial book entitled The Closing of the American. The average college student, insists Mr. Bloom, is uncivilized, demoralized, and has not learned to read. Students' primary preoccupation is themselves. Today's graduating seniors are selfish, only interested in prestige, a well-paying job, and taking the easy way out, rather than recognizing and esteeming any higher purpose in life. We are indifferent to the past and have no national view to the future. We are self-seeking, unintelligent, and want no more out of life than a large paycheck. Is this an accurate description of who we are? Is this a true characterization
Don't ever
of the men
ask
and
her
women
don't
graduating
ask a
from
question
this
that you don't like the
institution
answer.
today? Have American students lost all appreciation for the higher aims in life and degenerated into greed and laziness? God, yes.
Miss Colm, this is your class.
Are we incapable of accomplishing anything beyond our own selfish desires? I think not.
I'm glad somebody thinks
Contrary
so.
to somebody else's view out there. Mr. Bloom's viewpoint is not only insulting, it is untrue. His book is a direct attack upon our generation. It degrades our accomplishments, diminishes our successes, and insults our intelligence. His arguments have contributed to the apathy and cynicism he so vigorously condemns. The perception that the American college student is impotent, unmotivated, and uninterested in striving to better the community and contribute to an active democracy must be overcome. We must, as American students, restore the dignity and respect we deserve. Apathy and indifference is our greatest enemy. Shakespeare wrote, "Our doubts are traitors, and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt." We must not let our doubts betray us. We must not fear to attempt and underestimate our capabilities because of Mr. Bloom's disparaging and debilitating pessimism. We know that there is more to life than taking the easy way out, and we will not lose sight of the good we oft might win by doubting our abilities. We did not take the easy way out 4 years ago when we each made a commitment to better ourselves through education. Today, we celebrate the success of that commitment and mark the ending of 4 years of struggle against the idea of moral relativism and solipsism Bloom claims is so prevalent in the college community. But today is not really an ending. It is a beginning. It is our chance to prove Mr. Bloom wrong. The degree we receive today is not just an opportunity for a stable future, a good job, and an ability to make money. It is a chance to press ourselves even further, to bring our hopes, goals, and desires out of the realm of dreams and make them into reality. By dedicating ourselves in the future the way we have dedicated ourselves the past 4 years, we can bring about change. We have the power to make this world a better place.
The Department of Political Science.
Provost Nathan, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Social Welfare, I have the honor of presenting these candidates to you so that you may confer upon them the degree of Bachelor of Science.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the regents, the trustees, and the president of the university, and with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining, I hereby confer upon you the bachelor's degree as earned.
Can come forward at the direction of the marshals be introduced and receive the congratulations of the university. The names of the recipients of bachelor's degrees in political science and public affairs will be read by Professor Robert Nachman. Because of the presence of a photographer, the graduating class has respectfully requested that guests remain seated for this portion of the ceremony. A picture of each graduate will be mailed to their home. Karen Gillette, Colm, Lisa Morris, Dilio, Sean Meehan,
Al Molina. Colm Keegan. Randy Forstner.
She just stood up.
Anthony Saturno.